Hey everybody, welcome back. I know I've been away for a while, but as they say, life can come at you pretty hard sometimes. But while I was away, I was able to come up with a whole list of videos that I want to make. And it also gave me an opportunity to buy some new microphones. If you watch some of my earlier videos, you know that the audio was not that great. But now I've got these new Hollyland mics. And so I want to take the time to remake the video about the bobbin winding and threading this up down to the needle. And so hopefully with the new microphones you can hear me a little bit better. I'm also going to show you some tips and tricks about the bobbin winding, and we're also going to take out this bobbin winding mechanism out of here and show you what's happening up under there in case it messes up on you. I'm going to show you where you can buy one of these, the whole assembly, for about 25 bucks. So let's get started. Okay, as I mentioned on the other video, everything from here over is for the needle and the machine, and everything from here over is for winding the bobbin. Okay, so we're going to start with the bobbin. When you buy this machine, this is the bobbin that they send you. It's a size L or L class bobbin, but you notice it doesn't have a hole anywhere in here, and it's just roughly made steel. I bought some of these, and I'll put a link in the description, and you can see that it's got this little slot for you to put the thread up into, and they are aluminum, and they are a class L. And for very little, I bought a set of 10 of these, and it came with 4 of the bobbin holders. So that's a pretty good deal. And so let's get started. So we have our thread that's coming down from the thread stand, and what you're going to do is you want to go into this hole. There's a hole right here, and then you want to go around this tension disc, and then you want to come out this hole. Now, when you do this, when you do any of your bobbin threading or your machine threading, you want to make sure that you've got the pressure foot up, because that's going to let you get into that disc. And if you want to, you may want to floss that back and forth to make sure that's in there. Now, these bobbins have this little slit right here, and what you'll do is you put the thread up through the middle into that hole. And you've probably seen this on some other videos where they take the thread and put it down into this hole. And that's good too. And then they put it down like this. When you do that, if I can keep a hold of this, have the thread coming up out of the hole and push it down. That way it's on there nice and tight. And you can go ahead and clip that off. Now, that's all you have to do. You go in this hole, around the tension disc, out this hole, and to the spool, and then you flip this thing over. Now, you notice there's a couple of screws on here. When this is done, it's going to automatically just flip that thing over, and it'll stop winding. And in a minute, we're going to take this out, and I'll show you what that does. If you find that this is clicking out too soon and you can get some more thread on the bobbin, you can loosen this screw and swing this out or in to adjust that so that you can totally fill up your bobbin. Now, we just flip this over. We want to step on the pedal, and I'm going to go real slow just to show you how this works. All right, so now that's at 200, so I'm going to speed it up to 1400. See, it's winding on there pretty good. And then a minute is going to flip this thing over when it's finished. See, and it's done. And it will quit spinning all on its own. Look at how beautiful that looks. Now let me show you something. When you're done, you can just lift this up. This is a cutter. So you can just take that and just cut it off right there, and you can just leave that right there, or you can take it out, whichever, it doesn't matter. But so look at how this is wound on here. If you find that all of your thread is down here at the bottom, or it's all the way up at the top, that's when you need to adjust your tension gauge. If your thread is bunched up down at the bottom, you want to loosen your tension. If all of your thread is bunched up at the top, you want to tighten your tension. And only do it about maybe a quarter of a turn at a time, and then test it. But that wound up on there nice and tight. It's even and it's full. And again, if it's not full, you can adjust this screw right here to bring this part in or out, so it'll stop sooner or stop later after your spool is finished. Okay, so I'm going to take these 3 screws out, and we're going to pull this mechanism out, and I'm going to show you what's happening under here. Okay, so at this point you can just lift it straight out, and that's it. That is your bobbin winding mechanism right there. And if you could look inside there, there's a wheel that this rubber tire rubs on. If over time this rubber wheel wears down and it doesn't rub on that gear quite as much or as strong as it could, or as strong as it used to, and you can replace these rubber wheels. You can buy these in a 6-pack for just a couple of dollars. If the spring breaks or this bearing burns out, or whatever, something breaks in here, you can buy this whole mechanism online at several places. You can get them on Amazon, or you can get them from your Juki dealer. It's the same mechanism that's used in the Juki 8000 or 9000 machines, or any of the Texos, or the Consos, or any of the clones of the 8000 or 9000 series, and they're all the same. All right, so, and when you put this back in, or you take it back out, there's nothing you have to do, it just drops in there. But notice on this cap that there are 3 little indentions. Make sure that those line up with these holes, and then you just put the screws back in. So threading the machine is super easy. Again, you're going to come down from your thread stand, got your thread, and you're going to go in this hole, in the first hole, flip it over, and come through the same direction in the last hole. So it makes like a little, what they call a barber pole. You would only use this third hole if you're using mercerized thread. And then the same thing here, you go down on this one, come up and go down in this one. All right, again, while you're doing this, you want to make sure that your pressure foot is up, because that separates these tension discs and lets you get your thread in there. All right, so you want to go in that little loop. You want to come around your thread discs, and again, you may want to floss it back and forth to make sure it's deep in there. And then you want to go behind this spring right here. Okay, so if you pull the pull the thread, the spring goes up and down. All right, you want to come around this little L-shaped rod, go back into this one, and then you want to come up and go into your take-up lever and come straight down. Now you want to go in this guide and then in this guide. Okay, now right here they have this little thing that we call the pigtail, and you want to just go around that so that it's going inside of it. And then if you look right here, let me raise this up so you can see it. Now you see that right there? There's a little hole. You want to go inside that hole and go through. And then, since this is an industrial machine, you want to go in this way and out this way on the needle. And I'm going to see if I can get this the first time. I think I did. All right, so you want to thread it in that direction on an industrial machine. I got wrapped around my needle there. There you go. So you want to go in that direction. Then you can go down into your presser foot, swing it back, and you're ready to go. Okay, so at this point we're ready to put our bobbin in and bring it up through the top. Now you can go underneath and do it by feel, which is what I do a lot of the times. You can slide this plate out so that you can look at what you're doing when you go underneath, or you can just tilt the machine back. Either way. Now when you put it in here, you got this little lever right here. If we open this lever, it's going to grip onto the end of the bobbin plate right there, and it's going to hold it on, and you can just put it on there and let go. Or you can put it in there. You want to make sure that this open part is at the top, and you can just hold it like this and just put it on there and push it till it clicks, and then you're good to go. And leave about 4 or 5 inches hanging down on your tail, and then lower your machine down. Now hold on to this string, and then with your hand lower the needle down in there, bring it back up while you pull on this thread in your hand a little bit, and it'll pull it straight out. And then you can use a screwdriver or something like that, or scissors, and just bring that out and pull that. Now you've got both of your I'm going to take some of this fabric right here, just going to double it over. I'm going to lower the presser foot down. I'm going to put my speed back down to my 200 that I like to use. And now you want to make sure that you hold on to these a little bit, give it a little bit of tension, and just start going. Test your reverse. There you go, that looks pretty good, top and bottom. Now, when you're testing your tension and stuff, you don't want to do it on a single thickness of fabric. You want to make sure it's at least 2. And I'm going to double this over. That's 4 layers. I'm going to double it over again. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 layers of this fabric right here. Let's put it in there. Reverse it. Wow, look at how straight that is. And that's through 8 layers of this thick cotton fabric. Bottom looks good, top looks good, my reverse looks good. I don't have any bird's nests. Looking good. Well, I hope that helped you out a little bit. Threading this machine, winding the bobbin is not that difficult at all. And in a minute, I'm going to start on the next video where we're going to talk about tension on your presser foot, on your top thread, and your bottom thread. And make sure you check it out. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. If you notice, this is a brand new channel and I'm almost at 600 subscribers, but I want to get it back up. And if you're into welding and stuff, you can check out All Star Welding. That's my other channel. And you can learn all about welding and metal fabrication and stuff like that. But hey, y'all have a great week.